the technologies that burst onto the scene. Now, there's good in these things, of course, but I think looking back on the 20th century, we see that there's a lot of negative in that century, and particularly at the hands of corporatism. All right. So I and Todd agree that there was a world stolen from us, but from our perspective, it was a world that was just beginning to emerge, that was just trying to take root, and we were deprived of it. We were not allowed to have this 20th century. Instead, we were pushed into the 20th century that we got, which saw technology mostly and greatly advanced for the purposes of
Yakin, what's up?
Okay, for the benefit of the concept of the military-industrial complex.
So what's
That's
happening
who's been
here?
really running. That's who ran the 20th century, and almost 24 years into this century, they're
I don't know what's happening here.
They got their 100 years. They want another 100 years or more if they can get it. So, there's evidence of
Oh, bless, brother.
That has been suppressed.
Have a good one.
But it was, in that case, not allowed, again, to lay its true foundations, to really advance and to take root. Okay? In Tartaria theory and hypothesis, popular Tartaria hypothesis, it is proposed that this is a civilization, okay, that was around for several centuries in some cases.
Okay, today our friend Walter Bosley is talking about Tartaria.
Much more Tesla type of stuff. And it was taken over. The remains, the ruins, not so much ruins, but what remained, some of it abandoned, I guess, was just taken over by our society. Specifically, what is claimed by Tartaria folks about, say, the United States, geographic United States, for example. They claim that certain structures are actually centuries old, and the people, in our society, in American society, that are there in these cities just kind of found them there, pre-existing. That we did not build these things, that they were there. And, I want to address that. I have some... Okay. Let's take, for example, the Parthenon in Nashville, Tennessee, in Centennial Park. Now, a few years ago on this channel, I addressed this because I looked into it. And quite frankly, I think it was in about 12 minutes that I found clear public records.
What's up, village?
Of the,
jeez, my God, it's cold, guys.
The origin of this thing. What is the Parthenon? In Athens, Greece, there is this massive structure called the Parthenon, okay? And it was a temple to Athena, okay? Athena, Athens. And for a fair, like a World's Fair type of situation, the city of Nashville wanted a replica built of the Parthenon. So they had it built in the 1890s for this fair, but it was built with, like chicken wire and temporary type of materials because it was only for the fair. However, the city ended up really liking this thing. So when they brought down all the other...
Chona, sorry, Chona.
They kept the Parthenon up, this replica.
Good morning, my sister.
I think, let's see what we got here. By the, I think it was 1934. This
some
Yeah,
music,
the
guys.
1930s, the permanent replica was completed. Okay. Now, you can go to NashvilleParthenon.com and find this information, but it's also elsewhere. Okay, this is just an easy go-to for me today. It's also elsewhere. You can go to the public records, okay, of the various city and state agencies involved with the construction, the reconstruction of the temporary replica into the permanent replica, which exists to this day.
Good morning, my people.
Let's see. Let me show you. There it is. There's the Parthenon in Nashville, Tennessee, so that you know what you're looking at. And that's the permanent structure. Okay. The Parthenon in Nashville is the world's only exact size and detail replica of the original temple in Athens, Greece. When Tennessee celebrated its 100th year of statehood, that was the fair, it was for the Tennessee Centennial Exposition, Nashville took advantage of its nickname. It's called the Athens of the South. Okay, and they built what was the fine art building at the Centennial Exposition. They built it in the exterior shape of a lifelike replica of the Parthenon in Athens, Greece. Although meant to be temporary, as were all the buildings of the Centennial, the Parthenon crystallized for Nashvillians their image of themselves and their city. It was a point of pride for the city. This is what drove reconstructing it with permanent materials. Okay? The original temporary construction was built in 1897, and in the redo, they finished the work on the exterior by 1925. Okay. Now the Athena statue on the inside, it wasn't finished until 1990. Now, I bring this up because this is one of the examples this is one of the examples where, in my opinion, the Tartaria proponents are not doing themselves any service, because the Tartaria proponents, some of them will just argue with you that, oh, that's all a lie, that's all made up stuff, and that brings me sooner than I intended to John Levy, which we'll get to a little bit more into John Levy down the road here after I tell you about more of the history of the Parthenon. Okay, but the denial of documented, recorded, in many cases photographic history is just a little too arbitrary, guys, and it doesn't help the case. Remember, as you listen to me talk about this and point out the flaws, I'm not anti-Tartaria hypothesis, okay? I just think claiming buildings that have a known history is the wrong way to go about this. It looks foolish. Okay, more on that shortly. Now, for instance, if you go to, you look at the people that worked on this thing. Russell E. Hart, born in 1872, died in 1955, was an American architect. He designed or restored many buildings in Tennessee, including the Governor's Mansion and the Parthenon. He was born in 1872 in South Carolina, graduated from Furman University in 1895, studied Gothic Revival architecture in Paris, France, and was trained by Noland and Baskerville in Richmond, Virginia, and Cran Goodhue and Ferguson in New York City. He became an architect in Nashville in 1910. Resident architect during the building of the Hermitage Hotel in Nashville, while employed by J.E.R. Carpenter. And again, he designed the Tennessee Governor's Mansion in 1929, and he was part of the restoration of the Parthenon in Centennial Park, the restoration that made it a permanent structure. Okay? He resided at 212 Jackson Boulevard in Belmead, Tennessee, with his wife, Elizabeth, and their son, Maxwell. Ooh, he was a 33rd degree master mason. Oh, that makes everything that he does a big evil lie, right? Come on. Those of you thinking that, snap out of it, all right? He died in 1955 in Nashville, Tennessee. Why did I read all that? Because this is a real guy who lived, okay? And it's a documented fact that he was the architect on this restoration. These are real people. This is not a fantasy.
Newspipe, okay? What's up?
And I have a point to
Adrian.
this stuff up.
New pipe, wonderful. I like that information. Do I know you, brother?
William
if not,
Dinsmore,
thanks for stopping by and leaving us your opinion, brother. BJ's Glenn. I don't know as much as Walter. Walter is really good on Tartaria. But I know a few things. Don't be loved, you my people. Good morning.
Became the school's architect in 1912.
Making coffee.
Joined the faculty at Columbia University in 1919. He was the architectural consultant for the construction of the interior of a full-scale concrete replica of the Parthenon in Nashville, Tennessee. Okay? He then returned to the American School as a professor of architecture. And on and so forth. Dinsmore was elected to the American Philosophical Society in 1933. During the mid-1930s, Dinsmore engaged in a celebrated debate on the configuration of three phases of the Parthenon with the eminent Acropolis scholar William Dorpfeld. Okay. During World War II, Franklin Delano Roosevelt appointed Dinsmore chair of the Committee for the Protection of Cultural Treasures in War Areas. Okay? Think of that film Monuments Men. Okay? Dinsmore was elected to the American Academy of Arts and Sciences in 1944. He taught at the American School of Classical Studies in Athens. He retired from Columbia University in 1963, and in 1969 was awarded the gold medal for his archaeological achievements by Archaeological Institute of America. He died in Greece. Okay. The man existed. He was a real man. Okay? And, that's not some made-up thing. My point of pointing this out to you, folks, is this is the kind of stuff that a particular Tartaria scholar and several others will just tell you, oh, that's all BS, don't listen to it. Just ignore it. It's all nonsense. I'm going to address why you can't do that when you're trying to argue something that goes against either, the documented history or popularly known history. You don't get to just dismiss it because it speaks out against your hypothesis, guys, okay? John Joseph Early, the son of James Early, a fourth-generation Irish stonecarver and ecclesiastical artist, a skilled artisan architect and innovator in the use of concrete. Early is best known for the invention of the Early process, a technique also known as polychrome architectural or mosaic concrete. Now, I've seen where the Tartaria scholars will look at this concrete and they'll say, oh, that was ancient concrete. Yes, there was concrete in ancient times. The Romans used it. It looks like probably the real builders of the Great Pyramid knew this as well. That doesn't mean that the very modern constructed Parthenon in Nashville is made of ancient concrete, okay? Let's get down here to where, in 1906, Early began investigating exposed aggregate concrete. Attracted to the use of color in Byzantine architecture, he was interested in trying to duplicate this effect in concrete. In 1914, Early modeled a stylized Indian head bust for the Q Street Bridge, now known as the Dumbarton Bridge, being constructed over Rock Creek Park in Washington, D.C. In 1915, John Early worked closely with the Commission of Fine Arts to produce a full-size mock-up of a wall section for Meridian Hill Park. Okay? Early was an expert in studying the architectural, structural technologies of the past and finding a way to replicate its effect or modernize, its use. Okay, these are the kind of skills, that got him hired to be part of this Parthenon restoration of the replica. Okay? Yes, these guys were aware of what was being done in ancient times. That's why when you look at this stuff, yeah, to some extent, it's going to look like the ancient technologies. That you cannot jump to the conclusion that the building itself was constructed in ancient times, okay? Or even centuries before it was known to be in the place it's in. When you do that, it doesn't help.
What's up? Good morning, my brother.
Let's go to for those of you just logging in.
My brother, are you liking my friend Walter Bosley?
Replica in Nashville, Tennessee, that was built for the state centennial, okay, in the 1890s.
Walter is really good.
With temporary materials. And
really good, Wassa.
As a permanent structure.
He's like another sort of investigator.
Now, Foster and Creighton,
Lee Sung,
contracting firm of Nashville, Tennessee.
Good morning.
And also known as the Foster
Thanks
Creighton
for
Company.
by.
It was founded in 1885 by Wilbur Foster and Robert Creighton, who had both served as city engineer of Nashville.
Okay, so I turned on the lights. I turned on the fireplace. But like I told you guys, the firewood is green. And so I cannot really
website as being
have a good one,
The construction company contracted and involved with building the thing. Then we have an interesting guy. Now, remember what I said early on. Don't think that I'm just doing an entire hit piece on Tartaria. That is not what this is about.
Oh, no.
This episode, what I said was, I think there's something to the basic Tartaria hypothesis idea, but I think popular Tartaria theory has gone off the rails, okay, in a dead-end direction, and greatly because what I'm talking about here, and this is why I'm talking about this, okay? What I'm trying to do is explain that the Parthenon in Nashville is not a structure that is centuries old. It is not something there that was there in what is now Nashville, Tennessee, when the pioneers first came, okay, in the 16th century, 17th century, okay? No, it was not there. It is not an ancient structure. It's not even centuries old. It was originally built in the 1890s and then turned into a permanent structure during the 1920s. Well documented, okay?
I believe it, brother.
George Julian Zolnay was a Romanian, Hungarian, and American sculptor called the Sculptor of the Confederacy. Yeah,
that was very common on those times, guys, because America used to do those fairs of evolution and stuff.
It's in here.
So everybody from all over the world would go there.
He didn't do that for very long. He stopped doing that after a while. But yeah, you look him up. He was called the Sculptor of the Confederacy. Now this was he wasn't even. He was born during our Civil War, and he was born in Europe. So, on July 4th, 1863, in Bucharest, and grew up in Bucharest, went to the St. Sava National College.
Okay, the light is not helping, guys. Am I right?
He studied and graduated from the National School of Fine Arts.
Rubberneck, good morning.
He then went to Paris, France.
Sister, this morning my friend Walter is talking about Tartaria.
Then to the Imperial Academy of Fine Arts of Vienna, where he studied under Edmund von Hellman. This is a real guy.
We're not gonna do
well documented. All right.
scary
came to the
themes
United States in
or
1893
anything like
to
that,
attend the
Sister
World's
Rubber.
Columbian Exposition.
We're gonna do
Another
Tartaria.
World's Fair that
Maybe
Tartaria,
I'll
guys,
do a UFO
keep saying,
story later on.
was a city that guys,
Hope you're doing well, my sister.
I'll have a word to say about the World's Columbia Exposition and the idea that it was permanent
It's a
buildings.
big pleasure to see you again, my sister.
Because I've looked into this personally.
Since yesterday.
If it feels a little bit like a scolding,
we love him, right?
It's a well-meaning scolding, you guys. Okay? Because I don't think
I
you
hope
should just
your
give
morning
up.
is not too bad. Here
just
it's
think
a
you
little
need to get
bit
back on the rails, but let me continue.
Cloudy.
I can only wonder what's being said in the comments.
Thank you for the hearts.
Okay, good. Well, I don't want I don't want anybody who's here because they're a Tartaria proponent to think that I'm dumping on the whole thing. I think it has no value. I'll say again, folks, I think there's something to it. I've got to point out where you've gone in the wrong direction. So Zolny comes to the United States in 1893
Let's see
to
if this
attend the
works.
World's Columbian Exposition, the 1893 Chicago World's Fair.
It's a bit better, right?
He was going to go back to Europe, to Vienna, but he decided to stay in New York City, and he became a citizen. In 1898, he was one of 8 men led by Charles Decay, who founded the National Arts Club. Again, this is a real guy, okay? This is a made-up fantasy guy. St. Louis, Washington, D.C. He headed the sculpture department of the St. Louis School of Fine Arts. Let's see. He was on a 3-man board overseeing the art department at the 1904 Louisiana.
Oh, bless my sister. It's still snowy over there.
A few things to say about that. And in this episode, I have more to say about that.
Stay warm, my
so
sister.
Again, this guy was a real guy, and we get down to
I'm not sure if I'm gonna try the put some more firewood.
George Julian Zolny, he was involved with the sculpture of the relief images that go around the upper perimeter of the Parthenon, okay? He's identified as such, a well-documented. Okay, this guy existed. What he did on the Parthenon, he really did.
Oh my God! I'm learning the music.
Russell Hart, William Bell Dinsmore, John Joseph
Rubber.
The company Foster Craig.
Rubber. My creative vein is starting, sister. We're gonna make the real Dave's music now.
Being allowed to claim that they were the ones that helped.
I hope so.
Conspiracies are real. But you don't have to believe in every conspiracy out there, okay, to prove yourself to people in conspiracy land. Let's face it, God bless them, conspiracy land, okay, is full of nuts. We all know that there are nuts among us in the world of looking at conspiracies and accepting that there are conspiracies. But there are nutty people who take it too far. Everything's a conspiracy. That's the road to madness and unhappiness. So, as I mentioned before, John Levy, very popular figure in Tartaria research, probably the biggest name, and that's unfortunate.
Okay, wish me luck,
because,
Rubber. Wish me luck.
You don't get to do, and this is something John Levy demonstratively does. You don't get to go look at history, okay?
Thank you, sister.
It's an encyclopedia.
Let me see if the music is here.
Or something. You don't get to go there and just,
no,
as you're reading
it
something
didn't create.
that proves your hypothesis is clearly not true, not right, not correct. You don't get to just say,
Oh, it didn't do
screw
it,
that,
guys. Let's try
disregard
it
that.
again.
That's all. That seems like nonsense to me. You don't need to know that. You don't get to do that. People say, Walter Bosley, you put out your own theories that people think are crazy. Let me tell you the difference between what I've seen Levy do and others. Unfortunately, he's not the only one. Let me point out the difference between what they do and what I do, how we do it. Okay? I don't just say, I think Cora Stanton in the Empire of the Wheel mystery was actually Etta Place, the friend and associate of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Okay, I don't just say that and say, there it is, take it or leave it. I explain why I think that and how I came to that. What do I present? I present that Etta Place's last known whereabouts.
Okay, so let's hope it does work now.
San Francisco in 1906. The suspicion that maybe she might have popped up in an embassy in South America in 1909, I thoroughly dug into that.
Okay, Rubberneck, wish us luck.
That was not her. Okay? So her last known whereabouts were San Francisco.
I'm not gonna touch this anymore. Let's see if the music is done.
This is a speculative hypothesis.
Okay, they're here. They're ready.
Researchers of a lot of things.
Rubber, my sister, thanks so much.
But Tartaria researchers.
Okay, this one is gonna be the first one for Real Dave's shopping cart company. Okay.
With my stuff. So, Etta Place disappears. 1906, San Francisco. And in 1915, I have this mystery woman show up dead in a lake in San Bernardino, same state as in San Francisco. She matches the physical description of Etta Place.
Early in the morning, boots on the ground,
and the age.
brother Real Dave, pushing that cart around. From the high school corner down to the old steel gate, he picking up the trouble that people just drop and forget. Real Dave on the shopping cart crew, keep the rivers running clear, running true. Back it up, stack it up, roll right through. We do it for the children coming after me and you. Real Dave on the shopping cart crew, sing one river, one love like we do. If you
Paul, good morning.
Come lend a hand to the shopping cart crew. Hey.
Wassa, do you like this one? Our brother, Real Dave, he's got a shopping cart company.
Cups in the sand. He laughing while he working. Say many hands, easy hand. Little youths follow with gloves 2 size too big. They learn to respect every stone, every swing. Real Dave and the shopping cart crew, keep the rivers running clear, running true. Bag it up, stack it up, roll right through. We do it for the children coming after me and you. Real Dave and the shopping cart crew, sing one river, one love like we do. If you walk by, you part of it too. Come lend a hand to the shopping cart crew. From the small stream to the big white sea, what we throw away come back eventually. So we chant clean water, clean mind, clean day, and we follow Real Dave when he roll this way. Oh yeah, Real Dave on the shopping cart crew, keep the rivers running clear, running true. Bag it up, stack it up, roll right through. We do it for the children coming after me and you.
Oh yeah, Rubber. Oh, Paul, awesome! Are you fishing, brother? Beautiful, brother. Hope the weather is good. Beautiful. Second one.
I present that in my book. That was my preferred
pushing that cart around.
Awesome, brother. Hope the weather is good for you tomorrow, brother. Please connect everybody with each other. Hooligan, good morning, brother.
Roswell having been a huge event, there is the least, little to zero.
Bottles in the branches, cups in the sand.
Oh, it's concluded.
He laughing while he working, say many hands, easy hand. Little youths follow, with gloves 2 size too big.
Not everybody.
They learning to respect every stone, every twig. Real Dave and the shopping cart crew, keep the rivers running, clear, running true. Back it up, stack it up, roll right through. We do it for the children coming after me and you. Real Dave and the shopping cart crew, sing one river, one love like we do. If you want by, you part of it too. Come lend a hand to the shopping cart crew. From the small stream to the big white sea, what we throw will come back eventually. So we chant clean water, clean mind, clean day, and we follow Real Dave when he roll this way. Oh yeah, Real Dave and the shopping cart crew. Keep the rivers running, clear, running true. Bag it up, stack it up, roll right through. We do it for the children coming after me.
And you.
And the shopping cart crew, sing one river, one love like we do. If you want by, you part of it too. Come lend a hand to the shopping cart crew.
Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da.
You don't get to just arbitrarily say, the historical evidence.
Okay, so the fireplace is not gonna start.
I'm just gonna
Unfortunately.
I'm gonna ignore it. You don't get to do that and be taken seriously. Okay? So sorry guys, you gotta stop and you gotta start exalting your researchers who do this. Okay? It's time
Just
to
get some drink.
it's time to kind of grow up. You know, if you want to be taken seriously, and if you really want to get to the truth, because again, I'm not your enemy. I'm not an anti-Tartaria theory guy. I think you guys are onto something. It's just the direction that you go with this stuff. Okay, take the Chicago World's Fair of 1893, the Columbian Exposition. I have been to a particular museum that has a book published during, it was compiled during the construction of the 1893 Chicago World's Fair, and sold at the fair. I have seen this book that dates back to 1894. I had to go in, they pull it out of the vault, I had to wear white gloves, and I looked through every page of this thing. It shows the photographs of the buildings being built in the 1890s, This was not an ancient city or a centuries-old city that was found when the pioneers came through Illinois and occupied.
I know that.
Oh, look at this. Let's just occupy it and call it our own. Guys, sorry.
America is not Egypt.
If you want to be taken seriously, you don't get to just say that arbitrarily and dismiss any rebuttals of the actual documented history. Come on. It's ignorant and childish to do that, and you're not taken seriously. okay, where you should be.
Rubberneck, my sister, have a wonderful day. John P. loves you.
Chicago World's Fair,
big
the
hugs.
Pacific Exposition, all these World Fairs,
I got a patient tomorrow.
These were built for the World's Fair, but actually they were there for centuries.
And my back is still not recovered.
Photographs.
We're gonna go slowly.
There's no people there. This was
I can't miss my patient tomorrow, that's sure.
Come on. When you look at it for 5 minutes, it falls apart. Okay? Now, Levy does this. Somebody turned me on to Levy years ago, and I went and looked at his stuff, and I just shook my head then, and I looked at it again over the years, and I looked at it again last night, and it's wow.
Wassa, do you know about Tartaria?
Okay. And yet, folks, every time somebody says Walter Bosley, I know, what do you think about Tartaria? You got to look at Levy's stuff, man. You got to look at Levy's stuff. And you know what? Even though I have before, I do. I go back, I look at it, and I go, well, he hasn't changed.
No, the book is still the same.
Buy it. And it's just an arbitrary dismissal. When you hear me talk about my book, Esoteric Napoleon, and I talk about
what I know most is the
greatest character
the constructions,
in history, okay, and a lot of
the mud flood
said about him. Okay, I propose this.
So there's pictures of that, and then the giants.
Thousands of pages, dating from
the big
authors that
doors for the houses.
Napoleon during his lifetime. Over the
we also have the big houses doors here, okay?
Detailed historical
on the city buildings.
Bonaparte, okay, and I'm not the only guy out here.
And the floors they're very high.
25 or 30 years. Serious professional historians have voiced.
So I don't know really the reason for that.
Bonaparte was not the tyrannical, despot, bloodthirsty guy that British historians have pushed. Mostly British historians have pushed over the last, over 2 centuries. Okay, and the American historians who get into lockstep with those British historians, they're Anglophiles. Okay, they're Americans who would just, love to be British. Again, my Brit friends, I know some of you are out there in the live chat right now. If you've been to the Walter Bosley channel before, I'm not talking about you, the regular guys. I'm talking about the same problem.
Brits, Walter is not insulting you, okay?
Where our academia has people who are full of crap. And particularly our government leadership has people who are full of crap, okay? So when you hear me say...
Okay, so everybody, I'm showcasing Walter's channel and the Tartaria episode. Please, if you can, connect with him, okay?
My point is, okay, I don't...
Is the least I could do for using his material a little bit.
Okay? The documented facts.
Guys, I'm gonna get...
just dismiss something arbitrarily because...
I'm gonna get the UFO magazines. Are you ready, Wassa?
Oh, it's all fake. It's nonsense. Okay? You can't do that. And what I'm doing here today is trying to beseech you, is that the word? Or extend a suggestion that if you want me and even more accomplished scholars to take you seriously, you've got to stop. I got to tell you, Levy's got to change his game. Levy's got to change how he does stuff, or you need to not found your whole thing on Levy's approach. Okay? Do your own. I'm not saying Walter Bosley wants to be the new Tartaria expert. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is do your own research. Okay? Dig this out yourself. And I mean, go to the source materials. All right? The World's Fairs across the United States, these World's Fairs that started popping up in the 1890s, they don't need to have been, some lost, suppressed civilization, buildings that have been there for centuries, and then this wild fantasy concocted, around them to suppress the history. None of that needs to be
shining bright
for the basic Tartaria forgotten or suppressed civilization to be possible. Okay? What I'm saying is, let go of these ridiculous aspects. Let go of any scholar who encourages you to just arbitrarily dismiss now, some people have argued that this is a reaction to modernization.
To hide.
Where, yeah, things were, you go to Paris, France, and you go to the parts of the city where you find a public water fountain, and it's this beautiful, ornate work of art, and then what, by 100, 150 years later, you go to a mid-20th century.
Okay, so today, guys, wait a second.
For example, and it's this ugly box, with this could be some fun. Ooh. I find modernization to have actually gone
phenomenology.
Down it quit having any elegance or beauty, by the time the 1920s were over, and we increasingly started getting into, and a lot of that's the influence of Frank Lloyd Wright, Richard Neutra, architects that were into the boxy, everything's got to look like a Mondrian painting. Okay.
We've got some good cases here, guys. You're gonna love this.
These ranch-style single-family homes out
okay, there is.
In the Southwest. It's just a bunch of ugly flat-top boxes.
We got some cases from Switzerland in Helvetia.
Ultra-modernization. But, due to a nostalgia for certain aspects of the past.
Look at this story. The letters of Besant's son in February. These letters from Switzerland say that on that district there was a terrible storm of rainwater, thunders, and that on the same night it was seen many phenomena, between them one that represented a monster burning in flames.
Mostly because modernity is terrible or something. In this
Thank you very
essay,
much,
I'd like to discuss
brother.
John Levy's video Beginning Our History, which discusses the world's Columbian Exposition.
So a big monster in flames
this fair
that left all the population in fear.
And it's popular.
The military guarnition.
Part 1, research and a few other guys. The first matter is one of research. Mainly
they thought it was meteorites that were falling all over this town,
pulls up a Wikipedia page, reads a few blurbs, and then proceeds to
and that would cause a big fire.
I've ever heard. He does not offer a refutation or provide his own research to argue a point. In fact, he can barely even be bothered to actually read the whole Wikipedia article. This is written by Folk Loki, not me. I find the most telling point is near the start of his reading, where he begins to list.
Okay, so the firemen, they thinking that it was gonna start a fire. This giant monster in flames. They came out trying to stop the fire. Okay, dissipating the fire.
Goes on to say Burnham assembled a team of some of the greatest architects in the country.
But with no success.
I can vouch for that comment because when you do
the representations were so strong, burning,
on the Chicago World's Fair,
that
golly,
others would follow straight after.
That was published in 1894. Burnham and Olmsted, in their professions.
So little fires would start. Okay.
Okay. Look up Olmsted and landscape architecture. Okay, this is a guy who really lived. And this article writer points out that Levy and others will just say, and some other guys. You don't get to do that.
Straight after, it fell a big quantity of snow that made impossible traveling through the snowy streets.
Letters and left a mark on the country. To write them off as nameless nothings is a discredit to them, to history, and to their work, and that's true. Throughout the video, we see that Levy, has no real interest in sources or historical context.
So this population, they had weapons and they shot to the air, okay? Some shots were done to the air. And from what they say, 800 men were there helping to open the streets, okay, from the snow.
Historical, artistic, or architectural insights, nor is there an effort to learn or present research.
So first, it fell a lot of burning, like meteorites from the storm. Maybe it was the thunder, guys. It's very possible.
Take Tartaria research seriously.
Creating some fires.
I don't even know, saying the same things that I and others have found. Part 2 from Folk Loki here. The low-hanging fruit in the agriculture building, or what is evidence? One building that the video devotes some attention to is the agriculture.
So these burning celestial monsters were observed in the century 18.
And then torn down.
It is curious that a sort of monster is burning in flames, answered them with snow to calm down the fires. So that's an interesting story from the 18th century. There's another one in France. It says Insolite Phenomenon 1731. So this is made by Fina D'Armada. Fina D'Armada is that lady that wrote the book from Fatima that I'm reading, guys. I don't know if you know. And there's a case from France, guys.
What would lead Walt eventually to be fascinated with fairs and carnivals, and
it's a case from 27th of October
in the world.
In Bourges, in France. You probably heard of Bourges before.
Are you guys able to hear me?
On this date.
I think it'll pick up fine, but I just noticed.
Okay, let me just put this
Oh,
low.
I'm looking at the camera. We got the mic over here and the camera over there.
Let's put this music here, guys.
Yeah. So on this, well, you heard what I just read.
Okay, so this case in France,
Okay.
on this date, a whole population disappeared. Wasa, you're gonna love this one. On the 27th of October, 1731, a whole population disappeared without a trace. How could this happen? We still interrogate the populations around that didn't feel a simple earthquake. They didn't feel anything. There were two mountains that were on the side of Fontes. On the 27th of October, these mountains got closer together, covering in such a way the population that was situated between both mountains. There wasn't seen any more evidence about this whole population. This strange junction succeeded during the night without having felt any tremor on the earth. And after this strange succession, they threw fountains of water with much more abundancy on those mountains, on that mountain. How to explain this junction of two mountains swallowing a whole population without the neighbors even noticing anything? Question mark. Meanwhile, they slept, resting in peace. This phenomenon happened, such as sometimes in our days. That's very strange, guys. How the hell did that happen, guys? How could we explain such a phenomenon? It's kind of a little bit too big. Sangita, Jonas. There's another case from Florence on the 9th of December at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. On the 9th of December, it was felt here a small earthquake, from which succeeded two other earthquakes on the following night. It was seen on the same day a luminous cloud that walked with violence towards west, where it disappeared when it reached the end of the horizon. This phenomenon is in all different from the other one. All different from the other one, which gives its name of aurora. However, on this time there were appeared written down many auroras arboreal, in which, comparing with the ones registered in our days, to who wants to make a study about these auroras arboreal in excess, there's a description that year. It was seen in 3 nights successive that the aurora arboreal with a light so strong that was seen from 30 maritime maybe 30 kilometers around. This news came from Poland, a country that is very north, and it's verified in Grodno before the 4th of November, date in which was written.
What they called the White City, all the old, those fancy buildings you see in pictures of the 1893 Chicago World's Fair.
Okay, guys, this case is done.
Not all Tartarian enthusiasts are lazy, but the lazy Tartarian scholar.
I'm trying to see if I can find
Came through and settled Chicago. Came through there. They found
another one, a smaller one.
these buildings there. Nonsense. Jackson Park was part of what became the White City, the World's Fair. Okay. Folk Loki offers a description of Jackson Park.
Oh, this is good.
Okay. From
Oh, you're gonna like this.
95 of Eric Larson's book, The Devil in the White City.
Okay, so this talk here is called The Life on the Universe, from the Genesis to the extraterrestrial civilizations. History teaches us that during all of the conscious stadium
landscape of last resort.
of humanity, the problem of life has always been one of the biggest fields of battle in philosophy.
Within miles of the city, nothing better meeting the requirement could have been found. Okay? Nothing about there were these structures that have been there for centuries, these elaborate ornate structures.
Something of
Nothing at all. Now, of
supernatural
course,
and
the lady on the scholars going to say,
incomprehensible.
aha, of course it doesn't say that, because that's part of the lie.
The,
Well,
the,
folks,
the repetitive tries to resolve such problem happened,
next time I talk about this,
and then
I'm going to
that's where it arises. The psyche of
lazy Tartarian scholars,
Plato.
not the ones who are
The psyche of Plato.
um,
The entelechy
these buildings have been
of
there for centuries. I just
Aristoteles.
showed you a photo
The
of
immortal
one of those very
soul
buildings under
for
construction in 1892.
the never-ending religious beliefs
Transportation building, the building that captures the
with the
most
vital
attention in
force
video
of the vitalists, or therefore a conjunction still indefinite of phenomenon,
does not
physical
mention
and chemical.
his name, Louis Sullivan. Real man, he lived. He was the architect of the transportation building in the 1890s.
Fascinated.
Um,
Where am I? Sorry.
didn't even mention his name. Sullivan is one of
Fascinated by this problem, the investigators
what will be cited a repeated lack of research
made
on the part of
a lot of
and others.
laboratory works and in biology all over the world,
Part of what passes for the video's thesis is that because the buildings were all built in
and still
neoclassical style,
doing more in the future.
continuity with other buildings that look like they're neoclassical or classical for basically any
Please connect, my friends.
pretty. So
Bringing new
there's a
lights.
style of architecture that
Uh,
architects,
Still not enough
they like this particular style
on the panorama of the
their own
scientific knowledge. As a consequence of this never ending work, two new theories arisen
have done
on the
for a long
beginning
time.
of our
They
century.
dismiss
One,
architectural facts
um,
of history and replace it with
how can I
this
say this?
this
One of them
mysterious aspect.
sponsored the appearing of
Our
life
architects
on Earth
in the last
just like an accident. Happy and right,
never
but an accident. Extremely rare. The other one negated completely the possibility of spontaneous generation and even the Genesis. It explained
goes on.
the
Anyway, let's get to
arising of life
and what
by
so
the
many
transport of
remarkable
seeds
laziness
from other
would lead to
worlds
the most
that
amazing
could be
amounts of
considered as
because the obvious source
repository,
you can find
eternal,
in context
from the
dismiss
living
them
forms, such as plantations perpetual of germs,
any
organic,
possible source you can find that would
organic
confirm them
germs.
is dismissed.
Seeds were transported by meteorites or combined with the cosmic dust.
Starkly disproves your hypothesis. Guess what?
The cosmic dust is the hypothesis of the panspermia. This hypothesis,
He talks about
evolved by Richter, the same person as the Richter scale, is defended by others, suggested that the meteorites that traveled through the atmosphere, terrestrial, only at the surface, are incandescent, maintaining the cold on their interior. Therefore,
folklore can
the
go on and say that
habitant
researchers
organisms of the meteorites
sometimes
or planets that
open mind
gave origin
other than a planet.
would be conserved alive on the interior of meteorites. Do you believe this, guys?
It is probable.
Wasa,
Think,
I tell you, man, I believe that there are strong germs that can live without oxygen in space.
that's what I work
Maybe
in. You guys know that.
the many germs, like from our planet, they have, since they have been dislodged from their original planet, maybe they found ways of maintaining themselves in a stasis like process while they're traveling in space with no need for oxygen. I don't know. Or maybe these meteorites, they already contain some matter which keeps them alive. I don't know, man. It's still very interesting, this theory. Do I believe it? Look, it's not very difficult to believe in it because everybody knows that life will find a way to propagate. We are like a parasite. Starting lower like a parasite, going up we look more like macro beings, cells, macro cells, small cells that become bigger, just like transformers if you think about it a little bit. Maybe cyborgs in the future. I do believe cyborgs already exist. Okay, in 1932, Mr. Lippmann, or Dr. Lippmann, affirmed he had isolated the surface of meteorites, microbial, capable of growing on a nutritive mean appropriate. Meanwhile, these microorganisms were totally similar to terrestrials and they seem to have been captured by meteorites when they fall on Earth. Following the specialist American Carl Sagan, he calculated that 2,000 of millions of years the meteorites brought to Earth 108 to 1,012 tons of organic matter. Helmholtz, I think he's a German man or a doctor, he made experiences badly done, supposedly. He wrote in 1874, if all of our efforts fail on the production of organisms through non live matter, it does look to me to be a perfectly normal and correct process. Raise the question if life never was born, if really it isn't as old as the matter itself. It is current conviction that our planet is not the only habited with life. On the contrary, it would go against inclusively the laws of maths, which life surge and will continue to surge on the universe on a perpetuous movement. Therefore, probabilistically, the Genesis should have given Earth as thousands of other celestial bodies spread all over the universe. In 1929, Haldane wrote a book. Terry B, my brother, good morning. Hope you're doing well, my brother. Enjoyed your neighbor's new car? John P loves you, my bro. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you have a good day, brother. Keeping those customers happy, brother. Just like I do. With antiques. Okay, I think I need to put a little jacket, guys. Wait a second. Should we do a little break, guys?
Really get more serious with their research. Be more restrictive.
Tonight we're taking that ride. UFO glow, got the stars, I got light. Bigfoot's watching, always lurking there. But we're flying high. No room for fear. Through the treetops with a misty haze. Dave's telling sharp, cutting through the maze.
Dragon, what's up?
Yeah.
Thank you, Dragon. Connect with everybody.
Everywhere.
Let's do it.
Feel the vibe.
Thank you for stopping by. John P loves ya.
Skies alive, cosmic energy.
We were doing Tartaria earlier, and now we're doing Life on the Universe, the 1970s magazine of UFOs from here from Portugal, and I'm translating to you guys. I still have a little bit of a runny nose, guys. But I didn't take any medicine yesterday. Monkey Man, Monkey, what's up? Monkey Man, love you, brother.
Look down, the world's upside down. Dave's laugh echoes as we spin around. Blessings from the cryptids, they give us a sign. This ride's a gift, it's
One of a kind. Hope you have a wonderful day, brother. Thank you for stopping by.
got the stars as our guide. Bigfoot's watching, always lurking near. But we're flying high. No room for fear.
I don't know if you know this guy, Terence McKenna. He's one of the psychedelic specialists. He does the mushrooms, I think. I've been listening to some of his stuff. It's a little bit difficult to understand because he does seem to have another language. But he does know what he's talking about. I'm sure of that. And I never done anything of what he's talking about, like as strong at least as the mushrooms.
Hot and spicy reggae song about the bravery of our brother. Johnny Small Pepper's best spice to destination.
Hot and spicy
Reggae song
about the bravery about our brother.
Johnny Small Pepper's best spice to
Destination. Dragon, if I haven't connected to you, leave me a comment on my shorts or a video, and I will connect. As soon as I see your comments on studio, I'll connect back to you, brother.
hot and spicy reggae song about the bravery of our brother.
Johnny Small.
Pepper's best spice to destination.
Oh my god, guys, what I'm gonna show you now. Oh my god, guys. You're gonna drop laughing today, guys. I'm so sorry.
Hot
but you know, when you are part of John P's family of UFOs, you're gonna have to deal with some comedy, guys. Okay? And when I say comedy is real comedy, guys. Gigi family comedy, okay? Oh, the brother, Johnny Small. Okay, so yesterday, some assholes were talking about the temperature of the sack, okay? Wasa, I don't know if you were there yesterday, but prepare to piss yourself laughing.
Let's fart in my bedroom all alone. Thank God it's Friday. Yeah. All right. Tell us about it, Raina.
Peru. Reina! Okay, let's go forward. There's much funny.
I remember this. This one's called The Secret Your Asshole Keeps. Hey now.
Oh, don't lie to me like that. I'm gonna ask you one last time. 'Cause lipstick is on your asshole.
Lipstick is on your asshole. 'Cause, dude, I fucking...
So, guys, last night when my brother was doing the show,
How does the tiger
I knew that today I was gonna get screwed with the copyrights and the monetization.
Savage beauty. Look at that powerful body. Strength, grace, magnificent form. How does the tiger manage to keep himself at the peak of physical fitness for his entire life? It is the ultimate exercise system, which I call
Tiger.
moves.
Okay, I have to scream. Oh, this one is so good, guys. Oh my god, I laugh. I dropped on the ground, guys, with this music. Wasa, check this, brother. Bye bye, copyright.
I got a deal for you. I said, oh, really? What you want me to do? Life's a funny thing, full of twists and turns. Sometimes you get the heat, sometimes it fucking burns. I ain't gay, but 20 bucks is
20 bucks.
What do you say?
I'll give it a little rub and a little fucking tug. I don't My rent is fucking due. The fridge is looking bare. Desperation's got a way of stripping cares. You said, come on, it's just a little guess. I shrugged and said, fuck it, I'll do my fucking best. A mouth is a mouth, so they say. If it's just for money,
No!
from their toes to their tits. But for $20 an hour, I can forget all that shit.
20 bucks an hour. That's what I charge, guys. Mother F, what you've done to me.
Who am I to judge a world to wild scene? Morals get blurry when the wallets leave. I ain't gay, but 20 bucks is
20 bucks.
times are hard, no time for love. Call me crazy, call me what you will. I ain't gay, but 20 bucks pays the bill.
Pays the bill. I'm going to hell. I'm so sorry, guys. Look, this is comedy, okay, guys? Please don't.
Got some awesome saxophone.
Oh my God. Okay, guys, remember, we're trying to laugh, okay? Life is already
You need anything else?
dirty enough, guys.
Can I have a tissue?
Ah, okay.
Lovely.
That was good. Let's go for another one. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I know Gigi, he can be.
What it was.
He can be Gigi, okay? He does joke about several things. Don't judge him, guys. He's passing a rough stage already.
Just so you know. I believe.
And I think it's pretty good. Well, let's continue the story soon, okay, guys?
51 is the perfect temperature.
Okay, this here is Filthy Phil on the right and B-Say on the lower part. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to clean myself because I laughed too much, guys, and I'm crying. I need to clean myself. I need a tissue. Our dear Gigi, please. You destroy us with laughter, my brother. Clay, what's up? Rates. Tales of the unknown. Alien whispers chilling right to the bone. Swampy shadows interact the sky. Okay, so I'm not sure if Gigi's gonna show much more stuff today. Moonlight dances with the stars above.
says visitors bringing peace and love. UFOs in Florida's air. Mystery so thick you can hardly bear.
I don't know what the heck this is.
Geography shows
But it's weird.
your eyes will be running for cover. There's no escape.
Ready to rock? All right.
Okay, wait a second. My wife is calling me. Oh, this is good. Andy's a master, guys. Look, look.
Is that Andy?
No, no. I just watched it last night, and I loved it. Still, sir, you watch. Don't get eat. There's something about little guys running around playing flutes. Kind of does my heart well. I don't know. Matt's back with his ball thermometer. All things to talk about. All thermometers. Oh, you're really sore about that, aren't you, Bisa? Bisa. Hello, Bisa. All right. Well, if you're not there, I'm gonna boot you the fuck off. Hell. What do I need you just sitting here for? Just have him around to have his icon there. Are you there? No. Good times. No, I'm gonna get out of here after this joint. Get the fuck out of here. Let's see here. But I appreciate it, Matthew. Thanks for coming up earlier. You made it fun and funny as always. You're always, you're always welcome. And this is, let's see. If I was to stop for a second and look at all this political nonsense, it would make me one sad motherfucker. Like just depressed. I can't
Stop that,
being
Gigi.
Inundated.
Don't depress my audience.
I just keep seeing. This. Like the one I want. I'm looking for something particular.
Okay, guys, let's continue.
Do you want to fondle my tits? That's a new song. But, no.
Sorry, I had to leave for a little bit.
Appreciate them. It's like every part of the female anatomy.
Okay, let's Gigi said he was gonna leave, but he only left 1 hour later. Okay? That's our Gigi, brothers.
For the vengeance, certain types of door handles.
Finally, I'm packing downstairs, ladies. That's what makes me different.
I have all my toes. I like to whistle. Things I don't like. Banjos, I hate them. For the vengeance, certain types of door handles. I really love heavy hooters. The bigger the better. Have I mentioned that already? I just can't get them out of my head. Oh, now, okay, ladies. This is for you. Good call.
Okay, let's see where we are, guys.
2, 3.
Theodore Skip Wormsley.
Okay, I'm gonna take the sound now from my brother. I'm gonna put some music rolling here. We still have one more page, okay, guys, to go. Okay, so the next thing he talks about, after we just talked about the conviction that other planets may harbor intelligent life as well, right, guys? Remember that? In 1929, Haldane, on the book Origin of Life, demonstrate. Okay, it's my wife again. Wait a second. Sorry, guys, it was my wife. Our daughter has music today. Okay, he demonstrated on this book and study, apparently, that organic matter preceded the formation of primitive organisms, okay? A theory largely diffused on the scientific circles. And when it was found the presence of hydrates of carbon on the atmosphere of the big planets and other cosmic bodies, mainly in sufficient old stars that possess all of the elements of the periodic table. Therefore, following Hoyle, we have to establish when these elements have may have been formed in our galaxy to know what started life. In 1964, Fezenkov, after a profound investigation of composition isotopic of the matter, meteorrhythmic no meteoritic matter isotropic, he concluded that the sun and his planets were formed in one only process associated to the explosion of a supernova on the corresponding area of the galaxy. In this way, in accordance to the hypothesis today accepted, our planet was formed by the accumulation of cold bodies and heterogeneous composition. In virtue of the proximity of the sun, the, the gases such as hydrogen, molecular hydrogen, other gases inert or methane, abandoned this region and reunited on the cooler area of the protoplanetary cloud. By this way, okay, by this way, Earth lost its primitive atmosphere and acquired its actual mass and composition, which is very close to the composition medium of the actual meteorites. The age of the matter on Earth originated by this process can be calculated in 4.5 million, 4.5 thousands of millions of years. How did this evolution of the carbon composts happen? Question mark. This is part of the development of matter that interests us, especially because it takes us to the origin of life on Earth and who knows, other celestial bodies identical. The formation of organic composts on the exterior space is apparently associated with processes that the protons participate. The sun is the main source of protons of the exterior space. The solar protons divide in two groups. The protons of solar winds with an energy of various kilo electrovolts and the protons of the solar rays with an energy exceeding 0.5 million electron volts. The protons of high energy come specially from some sources situated further ahead from the solar system, but our galaxy, and with an energy of 1 kilo. Oh, I don't know. What does this H mean? They do not explain what this means. With an energy of 1 kilo electrovolt. The flux value of these protons is low, only 10 to the 8th of a centimeter squared per year, and they participate in a bigger degree of the nuclear reactions than the chemical ordinary reactions, originating neutrons and secondary protons, which lost their energy. Okay, guys, I'm gonna jump a little bit because I'm not enjoying this too much. Too detailed, okay, and not all of us can understand it. Not even I. Bam, bam. Okay, so guys, the next part is very chemistry related, and we're gonna stop here, I think. Let me see if there's any conclusion. They say. Oh, there is a conclusion. Wait a second. Da, 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 da. Okay, that's it, guys. It goes a little bit too detailed on chemistry and stuff, and it's alright, but it's a bit too much for me. To the unknown. Oh, this was a good interview, guys. You're gonna love this. I do follow Pavel, guys.
What's up, humans, and welcome to a new Psicoactivo. Happy Tuesday.
Look at this news.
Okay, so there's a lot happening right now, and I did have to go through Jesse Michaels' most recent interview, which, when I saw the announcement, I was really excited because Gary McKinnon, if you guys don't know who he is, he's the British
Devon, what's up?
who hacked the NASA servers, and he
Good morning, my brother.
UFO from a satellite. And he also claimed to have seen a list of 40 plus, quote, non-terrestrial officers. And we've always been speculating about this, right? Because the phrase non-terrestrial officers is a little vague. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're alien, reptilian, greys, human even. It just means that they're not terrestrial. That's it. So it could be anything really. And something that did call my attention was that when Jesse Michaels started asking Gary McKinnon about this, they did go through what he saw in that picture that famously started like becoming a picture in the late 90s when the internet was really slow and it was like just processing the picture. And at the middle, when he had already seen what we now call a Tic Tac, but a Tic Tac UFO, but we used to call or used to know as a cigar-shaped craft. That's what he saw on the image.
Wow, lovely.
Also, round tip and a round rear. That's what he saw. So they spoke about that when he was getting the full picture, he was disconnected, and saw how the U.S. government has treated him since. If
Oh, yes.
McKinnon hadn't like discovered anything meaningful or unusual from the U.S. government, they hadn't gone after him the way they did. They
Exactly.
did try to extradite him so they could put him behind bars for the rest of his life for espionage. What really happened is that Gary McKinnon completely embarrassed the U.S. government by doing this because if you guys see the episode with Jesse, he didn't really use like state of the art technology for hacking
No.
from the time.
He used the emails of the guys
Basic
who worked at NASA.
So what he did was he did embarrass the U.S. government. And that's why they reacted in this manner. He said that government officials from the UK had a very different interaction with him before they went to the U.S. to talk about the case with the U.S. government and after. Before they were like, "We're gonna help you. Everything's gonna be fine. You're not gonna be in trouble." Then after they came back, they were using a very different demeanor towards Gary. They were telling him that he was in danger of being incarcerated for the rest of his life, that the U.S. wanted him extradited. So whatever he saw there, I think that there was something to it. And I think that they also went through it here. This Solar Warden hoax, because I think it was a hoax, the 20 and back hoax, that came right after Gary McKinnon's case. So what they talk about here is that this Solar Warden case was probably a misinformation tactic they used in order to distract everybody else from what McKinnon uncovered.
Ah, interesting.
He never talks about grays, reptilians, or anything like that. He talks about what he saw, and that is the type of whistleblower that
We
are
need.
the most trustworthy. The ones who never change their story.
Yes.
Who always tell you the exact same account of
Clay. Oh, yeah.
He's with Gary, so there's no reason to not at least give him the benefit of the doubt. And kudos to Jesse for getting this interview. I'm going through a little long clip that I'm gonna be pausing constantly, just so you guys can see what they discussed and what they came up with, because there was new information that they both came up with as they were waxing poetic about what Gary experienced.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Really interesting. So this is the clip that I'm going to show you guys. Here it is from American Alchemy, Gary McKinnon and Jesse Michaels.
On some other pretty crazy things while you were searching in your girlfriend's aunt's flat. And so, yeah, what else did you find besides this Tic Tac?
This is like a questionnaire from the police, just to make sure he's not telling anything else.
I think I was on a Navy system at the time. I can't remember, cloud of weed, essentially. But there was a spreadsheet, Excel spreadsheet, and it was called, because I was saying earlier about my search terms, it was UFOs, ET, terrestrial, anything spacecraft, anything I could think of, which probably wouldn't be in the title of the document. But this spreadsheet was titled Non-Terrestrial Officers. So, not on the Earth, which isn't necessarily alien. It could just mean space-based Marines or, Secret Space Force. And that was incredible. It had ship names, it had materiel, the military spelling, not materiel. And it was transfers of weird chemicals like molybdenum and other weird things that are hard to pronounce. Ship-to-ship transfers and fleet-to-fleet transfers. And at the time, I looked up the ship names, thinking U.S. Navy must be boats. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
What do you remember the names of the people?
No, I don't remember any of the names of the people, but there were long lists. I think it was just initial surname. I don't think they were first names. And the ship names, I was expecting like USS Lincoln or Navy ships, but there was none of that. And it wasn't Google at the time. I think it was Alta Vista, the biggest search engine at the time. And none of it was seagoing vessels.
So you see a list of non-terrestrial officers, and then you also see chemicals. What are the names of these chemicals?
Molybdenum, barium, something was in there. They were very exotic. So,
do you remember the exact? So what is
Clay, thank you very much.
Like,
yeah, I remember molybdenum. I can't even say it now. Molybdenum. They're very exotic. They're used in like magnetics. Lots of very kind of exotic industrial processes. A lot to do with metal hardening, if I remember rightly, like metallurgy.
That, from Jesse, I think, maybe, because that's what I thought when I heard Gary say that. I remember Tom DeLonge talking about how many of these metamaterials were not made on Earth. They were made in orbit, because that's the only way they could be made.
Exactly, in space, in the moon, or...
That doesn't exist in this dimension, as we know it, can create a craft that looks very physical. You want me to read the answer?
Yes.
Here it goes. I'm reading something to you straight from the source. Using nanofabrication, atomic layer by atomic layer, with durable nanotexturing and quantum entanglement properties, and of course, powered by the polarizable vacuum. Same methods that crypto-terrestrials use.
That's what I'm thinking when I see Gary describing these materials that he saw and the metallurgy that he read about. That's what I think. I don't know if that's the case, but that's immediately what I thought about when I heard Gary.
Like you make an alloy and it makes it stronger than the original two components. So again, that time now, years later, with the research you've done, the people you've interviewed, it's all making more sense, especially when we come to the biofield brown stuff and dielectrics.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
And like nano deposition of thin layer materials.
Yes, yeah, thinly layered, thinner than a human hair or whatever, micron layered.
This one is engineered in layers thinner than microns through a process unknown on Earth and for a purpose we can only guess.
Multi-layered bismuth and magnesium sample. Bismuth layers less than human hair, supposedly picked up in the crash retrieval of an advanced aerospace vehicle.
The bismuth guys, I know many people who say it's a lie.
Okay, this is fascinating though. So you see a list of how many non-terrestrial officers?
Oh man. So my screen at the
Could be a
moment,
lie, guys. Okay?
like 800 by 600 monitors. So I think I might have had 1024 by 768 resolution at the time. So your typical Excel spreadsheet, without zooming in, when you just load it up, was probably 24 lines. And I think there was about 1.5 or 2 pages, so maybe like 30, 40 names.
You don't remember any of the last names?
No, sorry.
You're killing me.
I'm kidding.
You gotta give us a little breadcrumb.
Yeah, this is one of the main criticisms of me. Why didn't you take a bloody screenshot? Just alt print screen, alt print. But I did actually. I downloaded that Excel spreadsheet, and when I got arrested, all my data was taken to ONI, Office of Naval Intelligence.
Another interesting data point that I think needs to be discussed, because Office of Naval Intelligence is the oldest intelligence agency, I think, in the world. Maybe not, but you see the number there, 1882. This is what Jesse Michaels is going to discuss, but I think that we should keep paying attention to it, because Bob Lazar mentioned it, Gary McKinnon mentioned it. GERB has been blowing the whistle on the Office of Naval Intelligence for a while. There seems to be like an under the water or under the table agreement that many from the UFO disclosure effort who are friendly with the Navy are not to mention the Office of Naval Intelligence as much as they mention other entities like the Air Force, the CIA, DARPA, the Department of Energy, who are painted as the main villains of this story alongside the aerospace companies. But I do think that the Office of Naval Intelligence are the ones that have the most information about this, simply due to the fact that they have been traversing the seas for more than a century.
So they still have my hard drives. I've tried to get them back for years, and they said, no, it's still an ongoing investigation, you can't touch it.
Office of Naval Intelligence is the oldest intelligence agency in the U.S. I think it's 1882, and it's often deeply implicated in UFOs. 1882. So the National Security Act, which created the CIA, was 1947, and and then you had the OSS before that, which was kind of this wartime foreign intelligence effort. Yeah, but Office of Naval Intelligence well predates all of that. And you had Thomas Townsend Brown doing a lot of spooky science work for the Navy. And and then you have this guy, Harold Malmgren, who kind of ended up giving me kind of turned into kind of a deathbed confession at the end of his life. And it was wild. I mean, he was like, the Office of Naval Intelligence knows the most about this issue, and once you go in that door, the door shuts, and you can't get let out.
É bom ver como o dinheiro funciona de várias formas, como a XTV. Porque a XTV
shuts, and you can't get let out.
Naval intelligence are going to be around asking you questions about your studies. They really got curious, and if they talk to you for any length of time, they'll say, holy shit, you really know a lot. They're going to offer you special access. That's how they operate. I said, what does that mean? They'll open the doors, you'll have full entry, the doors will shut, and you'll be no exit the rest of your life. That is a closed system.
Ghost Rider, what's up? Thanks so much for stopping by.
And this sort of feels like the ultimate place.
Everybody, okay, we don't have many people here, but everybody connect with my friend Ghost Rider, please. Thank you. I'm glad you're good.
Kind of sounds like a cartel, like, you know.
Okay, we just done our UFO story.
Who know a little bit too much, they do offer.
We've done a little bit of comedy with Gigi, my brother, Gigi Show.
But with the condition that they can't
And we started with the Tartaria with our friend Walter Bosley. And now we're finishing with Gary McKinnon was at Jesse Michaels' channel interview. Where are you from, Ghost Rider?
Is the one that he's gonna keep betting on.
Thank you very much.
In a tweet, he responded that it was Townsend Brown technology, not UFO technology.
So if you see anyone on the chat, you can connect with them, leave them a comment, and they will connect back, Ghost Rider.
Thomas Townsend Brown as well. Who knows what they've been talking about behind the scenes.
Okay, Midwest. So Midwest, is that...
It was a really long conversation. It was really cool. They came up with
Midwest...
They were very creative.
Midwest, like wait a second, I know a place. South and there's north. No, not Colorado. Oh, my brother Super Dave is from there.
And thank you to Gary for allowing people.
I forgot the name now.
Watch him talk about this and for sharing.
Wasa, thank you very much, brother.
Over the years from his experience. What do you think about
Wasa, do you know, I met Ghost Rider at, okay, Ohio, okay. I was gonna say, I forgot the name. It's South and North, not Dakota, not Colorado. Oh my God, Super Dave is gonna kill me.
Subscribe and hit the bell icon. That's all you need to do in order to help us, really. But it is what it is.
Okay, let me check something else.
If you want to help out the channel in other ways, we have links.
Yes, Carolina, exactly. Super Dave is from North Carolina. And my brother Walter from Wally's World, he's from South Carolina, I think.
You can also go to the main channel if you're new. I've got about 800.
Let's put something to watch a little bit to do the 2 hours, guys. Okay, we have this guy here.
Extraterrestrial reality. Today we're going to be talking about the strange disappearance of a retired United States Air Force General William Neal McCaslin, He disappeared over 5 days ago now. It was on Friday as of this
Oh, I didn't
recording
know
anyway.
about this. This
It
is
was on Friday,
breaking news,
February
guys.
27th was the last time somebody saw him. And this person has connections to UFO disclosure efforts. His name was brought up in these WikiLeaks years ago in certain
Sandra,
emails
hello.
involving
Sandra,
communist
please connect with Ghost
links between
Rider.
two band members, Tom
Devin,
DeLonge,
please connect with
who
Ghost
started
Rider.
to the
If
Start
you
Snapping.
haven't,
He was
connect
working
back,
with
my
McCaslin,
friends.
the
Thank you for
lobbyist,
stopping by.
to try to figure out a way to push for UAP
Devin,
transparency.
my brother,
But now
always
all of a sudden
welcome.
this guy's missing, and what I find strange about this, and a lot
Thank
of
you,
people in the UFO
sister.
community are making this
I'm
connection
gonna
as
have
well. It was
lunch
only a week
soon.
earlier when President Trump
My
made those
wife,
statements
she's
to
going
start
to the
speaking
music
about
lesson
the UFO
with my
alien and
daughter.
extraterrestrial files. That's what he instructed
I was
Secretary of War
actually, I
Pete
wanted to
Hegseth
go,
to
but it's gonna
start.
rain,
He
so
said that he talked about UFOs while he was on Air Force One, but then he also provided
apparently,
a
guys, there was
statement
a general
online
that
saying that he's going
disappeared
to direct Pete
5
Hegseth
days
to begin
ago.
releasing these files. 8 days later, McCaslin mysteriously goes missing, and nobody knows where he's at. And a lot of people in the UFO community believe that maybe has a connection to his involvement with UFOs. Now, we can't say for sure that he never. There's no evidence out there that says that he worked on anything
Oh, I
for
love
UFO, but
carnival
apparently he did
stuff,
know something.
brother.
I don't know why else would he be working with Tom DeLonge, right? So
Can't wait.
and now he's saying that. So
Actually,
I can understand why people
carnival
think
can
that
be a
could
little
just be a
bit.
coincidence. Who knows? I mean,
I
sometimes
do
people
like
just go
it
missing.
because there's a lot of
But then again,
people
maybe it's
and
not.
everybody's having fun.
Who knows? I guess
But it
we'll
has to
find
be
out.
safe,
Hopefully
right?
he's found soon. Hopefully something, some evidence shows up to where he went.
Do you work on a carnival, brother?
Going crazy right now. It has to be terrible when somebody goes missing. I actually had an uncle.
I did
back
some
in 1973
showcasing of some
disappeared from the face of
carnivals
the planet,
last
and nobody
summer
knows what happened to him. And that was one
here
of
in
my
my
earliest memories.
hometown.
Growing up, that was Uncle Pinky. That was his nickname, Pinky. He disappeared, and nobody knows what happened to him. There was some people thought he
Oh
floated
yeah,
in
me
the
too.
creek near where I grew up. Some people thought he
The weather
floated
is
there
gonna
and
get good
drowned,
now
maybe.
for
And then
those.
some people thought that maybe he was murdered, but nobody really
But
knows
it's
because
still
it was
too
never
much rain over
figured out,
here.
right? And so I feel sorry
Awesome,
for the people who
brother.
went through what they went through, because
Awesome.
that really sucks when one of your members of your family goes missing. But anyway, here's an article. This is
Awesome,
a more
brother.
updated article from the Daily Mail in the UK.
Which do you do various rides, or do you
But the Daily Mail
specialize on one, or do
today
you
about
like
this.
to
It
work
says
more on one, or
UFO-linked Air Force
like
general's
your
disappearance takes mysterious new twist amid
pride and
sightings in
joy?
New Mexico. And it says this. It says new details have emerged in the mysterious disappearance of a retired United States Air Force general, including a possible sighting near a popular New Mexico trail. William Neal McCaslin, 68, was last
I can
seen
help
around
you if you
11
have any
11
back
p.m. local
pain,
time on Friday near
because I'm an osteopath. So if you have any back pains or tendinitis, I can help you.
County Sheriff's Office. Friends say McCaslin left home without his watch or phone.
I do have a friend, Charlie Rose. She does she dresses up and entertains on parties and stuff like that.
She may have seen someone matching McCaslin's description around the same time he went missing on Friday.
Awesome.
Near the whitewashed trailhead in Piedra Lisa Canyon. In a post
The trampolines?
Albuquerque Trail running crew group, the woman named MJ Davis said the man was standing off to the
Or
side
I know the little ones, it's those with some water
start of the trail.
and they go around on the little boats. I like that one. I did it with my kids. Actually, I didn't do it. I was outside.
Reminding users to report tips directly to investigators, but
So it's more in the summer work, right?
wife Susan posted on Facebook that he vanished
My sister Charlie Rose, she does a lot of costume dressing and entertaining, dancing and theater. And on summer, she's always busy.
McCaslin previously led both the Phillips Research Site and the Air Force Research.
So I do like, I have friends as well that work in the summer.
Some UFO enthusiasts have linked those facilities to secret studies of advanced aerospace technology and unexplained phenomena, though officials maintain they focus on national security and experimental defense projects. Yeah, I think that those officials that say that kind of stuff, I think that they're lying, as a lot of you out there also believe. I know. Here's a
Awesome.
picture of him here. So if anybody
I
sees
wish
this
I
guy,
could
again, he's
visit you,
wearing
brother.
dark goggles as he's about to go skiing. It looks like.
Okay, I'll
So
be
actually,
clicking on the
I'll
bell
share.
to see when you start your activity. I want to check your rides and your lives. I do enjoy some channels that do videos of carnival rides and stuff like that.
I will share. So if anybody sees this guy, if you're in New Mexico or anywhere else for that matter, if anybody sees him, please make a report. It says here, the New Mexico Search and Rescue told Daily Mail that teams
Yep,
were involved in a
awesome.
mission looking for him in the Albuquerque
You have
open
to keep
space
them
area
all well
Sunday through Monday.
stored and
Several
then
of McCaslin's
well oiled up and
assuming
stuff
the
like
word
that. I
says here,
know it's
friends have
very
shared
iron
details about the
works
retired
and
general
things like that.
online, with many saying that
Mechanics.
he is physically fit and a knowledgeable
Oh,
outdoorsman.
awesome. I
His
like that.
Facebook page is filled with pictures
I
showing
do
him
have a
skiing and
friend that he
hiking in the mountains
works
of New
on
Mexico.
LED paneling
However, the BCSO
for
assured Silva, the
events and stuff like that.
public notification used to help locate
I
missing
did actually
skiers
talk
or
with him
individuals with
yesterday.
certain medical conditions shortly
Um,
after McCaslin went
he
missing.
does have a
Due
little
to his
bit of
medical
a
issues, law
arm
enforcement is concerned
problem.
for his safety, the officer. Now, sort of stop there for a second. It seems like a lot of people were thinking that maybe his medical
I
conditions
think
has something
my
to do
bet
with
the one that I like the
dementia or
most.
something like that, or something where he's
I do love
maybe
the
having
Russian
issues,
mountain. You know
something that might,
the
but
how'd
I
you
don't know if
call
that's what
it?
it is. It doesn't sound like that based on some of this reporting. I mean, this guy
Here
looks
we
like he's
call
in
it
very good
Russian
shape.
mountain,
Always hiking, and
but
so maybe
there's
December month could be a good
a big
season. He's
name.
68 years old. Maybe
I
that's why
forgot it.
maybe it could be a concern because he's an older gentleman. Maybe something happened to him while he was hiking somewhere, and that could be what happens here. We got a picture. Here's another
Awesome.
image of him. Another picture. Hold on. Yeah,
I do
here's
like the
another of his
coin
uniform.
machines and
Air Force
the
General.
the
He's missing
football
right
with
now.
the little
It
ball.
says, continues here. So we're
Um,
asking the public
I do
to
like
help us
the
by
bumper
checking if there's any
cars.
security
I
camera
have to
footage from
admit
that
that's
area and
one of my
reporting any information
favorites.
immediately.
I love going
The
around
FBI also been
everybody and
involved in
not
this search now. Says the FBI
hitting
Albuquerque
anyone.
Field Office is involved in this investigation,
But
and it's standard practice for DOB
that
to
one, the
assist our
big one,
local
when
law
we go
enforcement
on the
partners
big
with any
ride
tools,
with the
tactics, or
slaloms
techniques
and stuff,
that could benefit their investigations.
that's my
So
favorite, I
this
would
guy, there's a
say, you
lot more
know,
to this article
the
that's talking about this, but later
Russian
on it
mountain.
talks about his connections to the
Okay, I
UFO
used to
world.
like the
It says
spinning
McCaslin's
rides,
name became
but
associated
I
with
get
UFO
very
topic after
dizzy
the
now,
2016 WikiLeaks release of emails from John
and
Podesta
it
to
affects
Clinton
my
on nature
stomach and
and
stuff,
the
so
emails
I
musician Tom
stopped
DeLonge,
doing the
founder of
spinning
Blink-182
rides
and the UFO-focused Shooting
unless
Stars Academy,
it's the ones that
PSA,
you can.
referenced McCaslin multiple times, claiming he was
You're the
advised
one
him on
which is
security
causing the
matters and
spin if
helped
you want it
assemble an
spin, you know,
advisory team. DeLonge
like
also suggested on
the
a
T
podcast
mug and stuff
he
like
was being
that.
advised by McCaslin and several named and unnamed
But that's
insiders to carry
interesting,
out
right?
slow disclosure of UAP information to the
I
American
did
public
like one
from
which
United
is
States
was like a
government or
big
contractor sources.
boat,
These claims
and
come
it
from DeLonge
swung
and
from
have
one
not been
side to
confirmed by
the other,
McCaslin or official
and
records.
on the
So
edges there
further
was
evidence
two
may be necessary
cages,
that
and then
UFO
you
crash
could
reports and
sit on the
abductions are
middle.
non-human and technology are
And
classified as UFO programs. His documented work focused on
I
advanced
loved the
aerospace
cages
research, which is
because
fuel
when
for
you were
ignition of
up there,
experimental
you
propulsion
could
and
jump
unidentified
and you would
phenomenon using
fly
chemicals.
for a few
And then they have
seconds.
phone numbers here where
It
people
would
can
be
call if they see him.
amazing, guys. I've done. Oh my God! I think
Um,
I've done that one the
it's
most.
a sad situation. It really is. And I guess a lot of people out there are really
Yes,
truly wondering if this has something to do with
crafted Kina, my sister.
what's happening.
What's up?
I mean, with the
Ghost Rider, please
comments
connect with
made
my
by Trump,
sister
and then a week
Kina.
later, all of a sudden, this guy disappears, and this is some
Thank you, my
some
sister. I'm
pushing
doing
apparently
better. My
questions
shoulder
about
is
the law
getting
for
there.
UFO disclosure.
Um,
But he also
I
worked at
do
Wright
still
Patterson Air
feel
Force
a
Base,
little
which, as
bit.
we all know, it does have a connection to UFOs. It says he
I'm
oversaw
gonna have a
research at Wright
patient
Patterson Air Force
tomorrow,
Base, where he
so
managed the Air
I
Force's
am trying not to
$2.2 billion science and
overdo my
technology
shoulder.
program, along with additional customer-funded research.
Roger,
Wright
good
Patterson
morning,
has
my
long linked
brother.
UFO lore to the alleged study of
You're
materials
gonna
detected
enjoy
at
this
27
show,
Roswell facilities.
Roger. We
Those
went
missions
back to
reports attributed
Gigi's
to the
last
crashing of
night.
Project Mogul balloons. Yes, again, as we all know, that's an absolute
I
lie.
played the music
That
about the 20
that was a
bucks.
total falsehood that was foisted upon the American public because they don't want to tell us the truth. And we're going to get into that later. There are
Roger, do you know my
there's some
brother
new information
Ghost?
that has now
You
surface, but
probably
it
know
shows
him.
that there are people
I
that
met
kind
him
of
at
just trust. It
our
seems it
brother
makes no
and
sense.
sister White
Coffee,
Comps.
it really does now. I mean, there's the legacy program and another excuse me, the legacy group, right? The legacy program.
And
They're covering things up, and then there's another
Ghost Rider,
group that's covering it. So
you
it's
I
just
have
one
to
disclosure
admit,
that I think
brother,
is necessary, but that's because
you've
they have
told us
very
your
fundamental
story,
disagreements
and
with us, and that's what's
you
going on.
are
But we'll get into that a little bit later.
available for
But yeah, so
music.
this is
You know what I mean?
upsetting
Like,
news,
I know enough to make
because
music from
this
you.
is a guy who served this United States
Roger,
nation,
look at the
and
music I've
obviously,
done.
an important person, a smart person, a great career. Looks like if you read about
But
him,
Ghost, I still have a few musics to do first.
position of an
I
Air
need
Force
to make a music for my sister Dolly, Phoenix.
missing. It just goes to show that no matter who
Boots
you
on
are
the
in this
ground.
world,
Brother, real Dave,
stuff could happen, bad things
pushing
could
that
happen.
cart around from the
But
high
I
school
wonder,
corner
like a lot of other people in the UFO
down to the
community, if
old
somehow
steel
connect
gate.
He's gonna love it.
Picking up the trouble that
forward
people
by
just drop and
President Trump
forget. Real Dave on the shopping cart crew. Keep the rivers running clear, running true. Back it up, stack it up, roll right through. We do it for the children coming after me and you.
Beautiful.
Shopping cart crew. Sing one
Thank you,
river, one
Ghost.
love like we do.
Ghost, I have to admit, when I met anyone at White Comps and I see that you love them, that's enough for me to wanna be your friend, because you know how they are such nice friends.
Cups in the sand. He laughing while he working. Say many hands, easy hand. Little youths follow with gloves two sides to be.
Nobody's stealing anything. Don't worry, brother.
Every stone.
That's what we do here is we connect people.
Keep the rivers running clear.
Usually what I do, Ghost, is
We do it
I connect with everybody, okay?
real Dave and the shopping cart crew.
But
One river, one
we
love like
we we don't have time to go everywhere.
come lend a hand to the shopping cart.
And we have to but we have to support our friends how we can, and so that's what I like to do is connect people, and nobody's stealing anything. Don't not worry. These friends here, Wasa, Roger, Kina, they're all beautiful people that want to connect and want to learn from each other. And, I do not value, of course, of course, there's always, unfortunately, there's always that financial society YouTube thing, but I do not. I do earn a few bucks with the views, and I bless the views. Rubberneck, my sister. Please connect with my sister Rubberneck. Trust me, I do not value the. I value money, of course, but everybody contributes with what they can. What I mean is, if you are here, you are already contributing. So I do not ask for anything. You know that, my friends. Thank you, Rubberneck. I do like to inform everybody about the UFOs and a little bit of this and that, merely to keep us protected, because as you know, my sister Rubberneck has different opinions than me or Roger, and everybody has a place for their opinion, And I have learned with time that if you ever see a light, an orb or a light in the sky, you can pray to God and they will leave you alone, okay? So I've told this before and I tell again, I am a Christian, okay? As I say it, I call myself a evolved Christian. What do I mean evolved is I'm trying to keep up with the updates, okay? Thank you. Yes. I'm 41 years old, so usually I like to reach my age. Toy Pops, my sister. Ghost Rider. Rubberneck, connect with my sister. Love Toy Pops. She's amazing. She's got a beautiful voice. You will be blessed to hear her sing. Thank you for the hearts, Toy Pops, Rubber. I know you, my sisters. Love you so much. Thank you very much. So yeah, Ghost. Remember, I love white combs. They are beautiful. They have 3 kids like me. I know that they want the fourth one. I'm still negotiating with my wife. Okay. And if I move or if I do not move, we'll probably have the baby sooner. If we move, it may be later a little bit, but not much. Maybe like half a year. I don't know. I still want to practice before. Oh, I don't have anything yet, Ghost Rider. But yeah, please just connect and be happy, guys. And trust me, connecting does work. I do notice the views go up. YouTube, look, of course, there are the ads that people may have to see. But guys, the ads is, you just leave it running and you go make a coffee and you leave the ad running. Usually the ads are like seconds. They're the big ads, and the big ads, I do not like to watch them a lot, like more than a minute. And so I just ignore after like 20 seconds, I ignore them. But many of you have premium. I do not have premium, unfortunately, but I do help YouTube on other ways. You know that. YouTube is, since I've monetized YouTube, takes the taxes and.
He refers to this guy as Devin Woods. Devin Woods, right? That's a pseudonym.
And I could only be happy, guys. Really, what is there to be unhappy about? Having many friends and asking a minute of your day. I'm joking, guys. Yeah, but look, just don't worry about it, okay, guys? I do try and it's hard to keep up with so many subs, guys. It is. But if you come here and you remind me, I will get more time. The UFOs take up a lot of time, my kids and stuff. And I do not work full time, as you may have noticed. But I do work weekends. I do work holidays. I did work on Valentine's. So, I do have to make a few sacrifices as well.
And he goes, Lou, you're opening up a can of worms playing with this stuff. And then later on, the guy told him, he says, it's demonic. He said to me, there is no reason.
Bless you, Ghost Rider.
We already know what they are and where they come from. They are deceivers. They're demons. That's what he referred
John P. loves ya.
It's demonic. We already know what they are and where they come from. They are deceivers, demons. There's no reason. So that's what Elizondo wrote.
Wonderful, my friends. So yeah, I'm gonna get my food warmed up. Let me put one last music for you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by, Ghost Rider. It really warms my heart to have a friend that I met at a good friend's stopping by. Look, I'm gonna click the bell right now. Actually, Ghost Rider, you're gonna meet my wife's account right now, okay? Right now, you're gonna meet my wife's account. I'm gonna do that.
Why do some people seem to attract luck, opportunities, and protection?
Okay, here we go. So Ghost Rider, this is my wife's account. Please connect with her and I'll connect back, okay?
There's something else, something invisible, something most people will never know. Since the day you were born, a guardian angel was assigned to you. He's been watching over you.
Accused of framing on Iran war as biblical mandate.
Okay, so Ghost Rider, I'm gonna connect with you right now.
Go through a little bit of this article. It says an organization, and this is published on March 3rd.
Beautiful.
An organization that has been fighting against religious extremism in the United States.
5 days ago, you posted a video. Nice.
New complaints since Saturday's initial strikes against Iran, with members across all services claiming that high-ranking officers are tying the mission overseas to fulfilling a Christian prophecy.
Okay, so basically, this is my wife's old phone, and I use it to get some views. And am I connected with you, my sister, Rubberneck? I don't want to miss you. No, I am right now. Click the bell and gonna comment your beautiful squirrel right now, my sister.
Wow. So this is really throughout the entire military. A lot of officials.
Okay, so don't tell YouTube, okay?
Going into this war with this belief in their heads. The number as of Tuesday grew by double. It's well in excess of 200 complaints and well in excess.
Okay, is there anyone? Toy Pups, I'm gonna connect with you, my sister, as well. Actually, Toy Pups is live. If you want to go there and drop her a like and a comment. Roger, do you know my sister? Toy Pups.
The reason they're doing this is because they're on a mission from God, basically. A Pentagon spokesperson, when asked about the complaints and the ties.
Okay, so if we lose a little bit of time with each other, okay? Not lose, but spend, okay? It will make us beautiful and happy.
To fear of retribution by the Defense Department. It says here, one complainant, according to Larson, identified themselves as a non-commissioned officer, or NCO, in a unit outside the Iran combat zone. However, they are in ready support status.
Wow, 142 likes already.
And augment combat operations. That individual is a self-described Christian who emailed MRFF on behalf of 15 troops that included at least 11 Christians, 1 Muslim, and 1 Jew. That NCO's commander described in an email from the NCO to MRFF.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna end with the music, okay? From Wasa, okay? My brother. Wasa Matao. He's our wonderful, lucky charm, guys, okay?
Out of the book of Revelation, referring to
Nane
Armageddon.
nane. What about? revolutionary. Everybody.
Keep an eye on new ways. We can support instead of compete. Now everyone dance to the beat. Bubba beat, beat, beat. Here comes the John P. Love. Word him up. He loves you and you.
Thank you, Robert. I must have lost the connection, but we're back.
Searching for sky anomaly. Word him up. Our brother Mr. John P. New kind of love community. Idea was total evolutionary. Yeah, let's mod everyone, and we'll all make friends and have fun, and maybe make a buck or two or three. Here comes a John P. Love. Word him up, he loves you and even me love, and his wife and kids. And
John P. loves you. Thank you very much for stopping by.
searching for sky anomaly.
Wassa, love you, brother. Send me an email. I want to interview you, my brother. Ghost Rider, thank you so much. I will stop by. I'm gonna click the bell. What I'm up.
Speaking English, Spanish, or Portuguese, lifting creators up to set them free, while the world outside tries put us all down on
Our knees.
They even try to shoot down those flying fantastic UFOs, the same ones with impossible seeming capability. Here comes a John P. Love.
What I'm up.
He loving you and even me. And his wife and kids and even E.T. love.
What I'm up. Ghost Rider, keep your eyes on the sky, brother. We want to see them UFOs this summer. Click the like, guys, okay? Stardashians, what's up?
He's the doctor they told you to see when your channel was just growing.
Too slowly. Bless my brother. Bless my brother Star. Join us in the fight, my brother. Okay, guys, I'm gonna put one last music for you guys. It's my sister Mama Bear's, okay, music. I really, you have to hear it because she's...
How can you say you don't know what a carnival ride is? That hurts. That hurts. Never use the word roller coaster in my stream. Never.
That's the word I was forgetting, Ghost.
Use the word tilt-a-whirl, scrambler.
That's the word.
That's the all word. Those rides. You can use those, but if you use roller coaster, out the door you go.
That's the word I was forgetting. We say Russian something.
Doesn't that, I tell you, that just really, if people don't know what a carnival is, that hurts.
Oh, it's called Scrambler. Okay.
You don't know what a carnival ride is, that hurts. That hurts. Never use the word roller coaster in my stream. Never. Never, never, never.
Okay, let's watch another one. Oh my gosh, that is... Oh, look at that, I'm swinging. Oh my gosh. You see, I would get very dizzy. I would get really dizzy.
Singing to the water, talking to the sky. Every little word is a blessing for us all. We feel it in our bodies, see it in our lives. You're a medicine miracle. Oh, your beautiful nature prayers keep us alive. Please connect with my sister Raspberry Nana's childhood. Hands to the soil, she's naming each tree. Calling every bird by its ancient memory. Laugh lines deep from 1,000 dawns. Cradle in the world while the world spins on.
Let's check another one. Oh, what's up? Awesome. Thank you for commenting. Look, we had one of those big ones. Do you see the one on the back? The big one? On the storm here in Portugal, it fell. Of course, they weren't working. Where is it? Ah, you're gonna show it now, I think. Oh, you're in it. Oh my god, I'm gonna get dizzy. There it is, the big one. Okay, sorry, I'm getting dizzy. But this one here. Look, this one here. We had one that fell. It was a big storm. It was called a Kristin, Storm Kristin. But there's some sort of nostalgia on this. I do like it. I like these. These are the ones I like. Even the kitty ones, I go with my daughter so she doesn't jump all over. Everybody connect with each other. Stardashians, Roger, Ghost. Big hug and prayers to everybody. Better days are coming, guys. Big, big blessings. And trust in the good word, my friends. The good word and the good practices. Okay, let's hear my brother talk a little bit as well. Are you gonna sing?
Oh yeah, Tampa's got me going. Holy smokes, dog.
Do you go to Tampa in Florida?
Get out. Are you gonna stay here or get out? Come on.
Awesome, brother. Let's go. 3K, let's do it. Let me join you on this. How can I say, on this journey? Okay, Tampa channel. Okay.
Your dog broke into your room. Yes. My smartest dog in the world. Now that's the smartest dog in the world, Tampa. My dog just broke into my room.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, Tampa's got me going. Holy smokes, dog. You just broke into my room. What the heck? Come on, get out. Are you gonna stay here or get out? Come on. Okay. You just broke right in. It's good. Second one. Come on.
Oh, I must have stopped the music by mistake. Don't worry, brother. Okay, this one is alright, as long as it doesn't go all the way around. Oh, it just gone all the way around. Okay, as long as it goes slowly when you're up there on top. Oh, I like these games. Thanks. This is for my sister, Mama Bear Claw. Let me go and heat up the dinner, guys. The lunch, sorry. Word 'em up. Word 'em up. Awesome. Let's get it there. Awesome. Glenn, what's up? Please connect everybody to my brother Glenn. BB.
Good morning, guys. Welcome into the Carnival Channel. My name is Brother Skyfield, Midway Ride. It is 73 more days till Carnival season. We can't wait to be on the Midway and see all these beautiful little bumblebees.
Word 'em up.
Can't wait to see the bumblebees flying around during the Carnival again. 73 more days. Make sure you like.
Yeah, just be careful with your stomach, okay?
3 days. Make sure you like and subscribe, everyone. Thank you. Good morning, guys. Welcome.
Yeah.
My name is Brother Skyfield.
So guys, I hope to see you tomorrow
73 more days till Carnival.
or after tomorrow.
Can't wait to be on the Midway and see all these beautiful
I may have some work tomorrow at 3, so I don't know if I'll be doing the show in the morning. I may rest, maybe Saturday.
We'll see you on the Midway in 73
or Sunday.
Thank you. Good morning, guys. Welcome in.
Okay, I wanted to do the like. So everybody, John P loves ya. Thank you very much for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the variety show. I kind of do like the variety show, guys. We do a little bit of everything, okay? And I do not get too tired because the magazines, they're a bit tiring. John P loves you. Ghost Rider, good luck on reaching 3K. Let's do it, brother. Stop by and I will help you out with what I can, okay? And I will stop by, do some lives. I like lives when you're like, on your resting time or something. Before it starts, I like to see the prepping up, and then you can stop the live when you're working. I don't know if you like to do that. Either way, count on me, my brother. We love to have fun. John P loves ya. See you soon, my people.